Welcome. This is Donna with Yoga for You, and I'm continuing the short and sweet series. So this is a perfect series to do if you either don't have a lot of time or you're just not feeling it today. You just want to do a short class. So today's class, we're going to do a short and sweet slow flow. So let's get started. We're going to start in crocodile pose. So we're actually going to begin on our bellies. So come onto your belly, stack one hand on top of the other, and rest your forehead. Now, if you're comfortable with it, you can walk your legs a little wider and allow the toes to turn out to the side. If you don't like that, just keep the legs in alignment with the toes facing directly back behind you. So as we rest here, just start to allow the breath to deepen. We can get a lot of feedback here on our diaphragmatic breath. As you inhale, feel your belly gently expand into the floor. And as you exhale, feel the belly gently drop back into the body. Feel yourself settling into your yoga practice. Let's just take a couple more rounds of breath from here. With your next exhalation, begin to realign the legs and feet. Come up onto your elbows and your forearms. Walk your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. So we're in Sphinx pose. Check in. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Press the floor away from you so you start to get some lift. All 10 toenails are clicking down into the mat. And just pause here for a moment. Just getting into a little bit of this prone back bend. And then start to curl the toes under. We're going to firm the legs and lift the hips up off the mat. Now firm your front body in. Your ribs draw in. Zip those snug jeans. Allow your gaze to travel forward, and let's hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, release those knees. Start to walk back and come into child's pose. So today, let's do an extended child's pose, Utthita Balasana. Get your hips rooted first, and then walk your hands forward, releasing your forehead to the mat or in that general direction. If this bothers your shoulders, then bring the arms in and offer your forehead a little support here. When you come around to your next inhale, shift forward into table. Let's go into cow. Arch the back, undulate up the spine, lifting your heart and gaze. Exhale, start to round. Press back into child's pose. Inhale, undulate up the spine, opening the heart. This time, curl the toes under and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Stand firm in your hands. Press your fingertips down, almost as if you're clawing the mat. Lengthen out through each finger. And then start to press the hips back. Again, firm your front ribs in. Draw your lower belly in as the hips move back. So the idea isn't that we collapse here and have this big arch. We want to lift and stay strong here. Inhale, shift forward into plank. And if you'd like, you can lower the knees down. Exhale, lower all the way down. Shoulders back, elbows hug in towards midline. Uncurl the toes, root down. Inhale, curl up to cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up behind you, keeping your hips level. Exhale, step that right foot through. Lunge. Now firm your hips by hugging your right hip back. Start to rise up. As you rise, tilt your tail down. Allow the front pelvis to lift slightly and reach up into crescent pose. Breathe. Breath in, breath out. Remember, sweet breath. This is our short and sweet, slow flow. Take one more breath here. Exhale, release the hands down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, roll the chest open, shoulders back. On your exhale, hinge forward. Now, if you feel that you're really wobbly here, press that back heel down into the mat. Otherwise, keep it up. It's entirely up to you. Begin to come forward. So start with the length here and then hug the right hip in. So when we move towards humble, that right, whatever the front leg is, right now it's our right leg, that right hip tends to want to shift out. So bring it in, hug your right hip towards your left hip. And then you can drop down into humble warrior. Shoulders roll back, chest is spacious. Take one more breath here. And then release into your lunge. Step back, down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Now firm that left hip up, start to rise. Tilt the tail down. Front pelvis rises a little. Reach those arms up, Anjaneyasana or crescent pose. Find the breath here. Take one more breath. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, open the heart. Now as we exhale, you can pivot your back heel down. Come forward, keep lengthening your spine first. Hug your left hip in the direction of your right hip or towards midline. Breathe in here. Exhale, fold. Now you could keep the back heel down or maybe your back heel is up. Entirely up to you. Take one more breath. Lift your gaze, release into your lunge. Step the left foot back, down dog. And then release to all fours. Inhale, undulate into that cow pose. Exhale, round into child's. Inhale, undulate up, curl the toes. Exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Knees can lower if you like. Exhale, lower to chaturanga. Inhale, curl up to your version of cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Firm the hips. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Find the breath. Firm this back thigh. That left thigh lifts. Inhale here. Exhale, find that bind, yoga mudra. Inhale, heart lifts. I'm going to pivot my back heel down and hinge forward. Gaze down at your right big toe. Hug your right hip in towards midline. Breathe in. Exhale, bow into humble. One more breath here. Now we're going to rise up into warrior two. So release the bind, windmill the arms open, and settle into warrior two. Find the breath. Try to make sure that your shoulders are aligned over your hips. Take one more breath. Windmill your left arm up and around, release into your lunge. Step back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, bring it through. Firm the hips. Inhale, rise up. So find neutral pelvis first, and then reach up. That's going to help you alleviate dumping into that lower back here. Firm your right thigh up, breathe. Inhale here. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale, heart open, spin your back heel down, pivot forward. Long spine, hug left hip towards midline. Breathe in. Exhale, bow, humble warrior. One more breath. Release the bind, windmill your right arm up, warrior two position. Firm legs, stack the body. One more breath. Windmill your right arm around, release into lunge. Step back, down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, release to all fours. Inhale, undulate the spine, lift your heart, cow. Exhale, round child. Inhale, undulate forward, cow. Curl your toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Firm the hips, rise up. Find neutral pelvis. Lift up into crescent. One more breath, breathe in. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale, heart rolls open. Pivot your back heel down so you feel steady. Hinge forward. Gaze down at the right big toe. Firm your right hip in, breathe in. Exhale, bow into humble. Release the bind, warrior two. Breathe here, sweet breath. Now we're going to take this into half moon pose. So release your left hand down to your hip. Look out beyond your right baby toe. Hinge forward. Now if you want, slide that foot in. Reach out beyond that baby toe and shift forward. Lifting that left leg up. Wrap your right sits bone under, start to lean back. So this is very similar to a triangle pose, but we're doing it on one leg. Take one more breath. Gaze down at your right big toe. We're going to release back into a lunge. Release back to down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Firm the hips, rise up. Breathe. One more breath, breathe in. Exhale, find your bind. Inhale, open your heart and firm that back heel down. Hinge forward, length, look down. Firm that left hip in towards midline, breathe in. Exhale, humble warrior. Begin to release your bind, warrior two. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Look down and out beyond that left baby toe. Bring your hand down, shift forward, and float that right leg up. Flex that right foot. Wrap your left sits bone under so you can roll open. half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Take one more breath. Start to bend your left knee, release back into your lunge, step back into plank, pause here. Inhale here, exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl up to cobra. Exhale, knee back and down dog. Inhale your right leg up. This time, bend your right knee, bring it in towards the chest, and set yourself up for pigeon pose. If possible, allow your right heel to start to move more towards midline as that right knee externally rotates. Now, if this bothers you to stay here in pigeon, you are welcome to take that figure 4 pose or supine pigeon, Sukhi Randrasana. Otherwise, we're coming up into this pigeon. Curl your back toes under. Lift your back knee and slide it back about another inch if you have that room available. Again, check in that your hips are level, that you're not draping that right hip towards the floor. If you feel like you want to take it down, you can do so, but if you come down to your forearms, slide your heart forward to maintain length in the posture. Sweet breath. Just allow yourself to settle into the breath, into the sensation, as long as the sensation is not pain. Take one more round of breath from here. Start to walk your way upright. Take a seat on your right hip. Sweep that left leg around and come into Janu Sirsasana. Press through the big toe mound of that left foot so that the foot stays really nice and even. It's not sickling. That ankle isn't sickling and allowing that foot to roll open. Inhale, find that nice long spine. Now you're welcome to stay here or begin to hinge forward. So the idea isn't so much whether I can get my forehead down to my knee or shin, but instead if I can maintain length. So feel as if you're pulling your left femur bone, that left hip back, extending the heart forward, and then begin to descend over that left leg. Take one more breath. And then inhale, lift the gaze, long spine, and rise up. Cross your ankles, shift forward, make your way back to down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Draw the knee in and make your way into your version of pigeon pose. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, slide back a little further and settle in. Make sure your hips, your sacrum is nice and level. You can stay upright or come down. If you're coming down to your forearms, slide the heart forward. Just check in and make sure that the face is nice and relaxed. Eyes are soft. Tongue is relaxed away from the upper palate. The lower jaw is relaxed. Take one more round of breath from here. Start to make your way back upright. Drop to your left hip and sweep that right leg out in front of you. Press through the mound of the right big toe. Make sure that your right ankle remains in neutral. All the toes are in alignment. Breathe in and find length. Exhale, try to take that length down with you. So feel as if you're pulling back through that right hip crease. As we fold over, Janusirshasana on the second side. Find that easy, sweet breath here. Take one more round of breath. Lift your gaze, lengthen your spine, and begin to rise up. Extend that left leg, take a moment, shake the legs out. Now, if you've got some extra time here to spend, I invite you to lower down onto the back, and then a Shavasana if you have the time. Otherwise, just come to a cross-legged seat. Bring your palms together at your heart in Anjali Mudra. Root down through the tailbone and start to create energy and length up through the spine, all the way out through the crown of the head. Shoulders are relaxed. Then take a quick scan of your face. Relax your forehead, your eyes, the muscles in the cheeks. Relax the root of the tongue and the hinges of the lower jaw. Find that sweet breath. Thank you for joining me today for the short and sweet, slow flow practice. Tune in for more short and sweet series, as well as some of the longer duration practices. You can find me on my website at www.yoga, the number 4, the letter U, have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.